Good evening, folks. My name is Venture Setch, and I will be covering your 2020 Major League Wiffle Ball World Series, the Quarantine Classic. Team Facts coming out on top in a nail-biter over Team MJFG in Game 1. Let's take a look at what's going down tomorrow in Game 2. Both starters returning for each team. While Miraz making up for Bastardo's lack of performance, it just wasn't enough to keep up with Fetch's stellar 14 strikeout outing, earning himself the win. Let's see if Fetch can keep it up the rest of the series. Taking a look at each of the team's leaders, Thomas Bastardo going the perfect 2 for 2 with some key RBIs before leaving the game after just 4 innings. Miraz also knocked in a couple runs there. The only home run of either team comes from Ishmael Bastardo, hitting an absolute dinger over the left field fence. For Team Fact, Fetch leads the team, going 3 for 5, knocking in 3 runs to match Owen Daly's 3 RBIs. As far as effort goes, and Kubaki and Zach, they're just giving it their all day, every day. I did get a chance to catch Ishmael and Ethan coming out of batting practice today, and after talking to them, well, let's just say they're feeling pretty confident about tomorrow's game. I also got the chance to go one-on-one with Kyle Kubaki today. Here's what he had to say. So, Mr. Kubaki, thank you for joining me this evening.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. How big of a role will the momentum from Game 1 play into the next game, as well as the rest of the series, coming off a pretty big win?
I think it's going to be huge, honestly. We came into that game, we brought the juice the whole way. You know, even when we were down early, we just kept fighting, and I think they're down and out right now after Clay just demolishing them in the final inning. So it's going to be huge. We're going to come in with all the energy, all the hype there, and they're going to be down and out.
Right. What kind of things does Team Fact need to do in order to keep up this very high level of play throughout the whole series?
I'm thinking for us, our key to success is going to be our defensive side of play, our field play. Honestly, our offense wasn't too strong in the first game, if we're being honest. A lot of our runs came off of walks, which works, but I'm going to have to hit better. But I think our main thing is going to have to come from our defense playing sound like it was all game and continuing to play error-free ball.
Right. So how confident are you in Spencer Fetch's last outing, and do you think he'll be able to keep up this stellar pitching performance?
Oh, he played great. He came in after Owen just got shook up and didn't settle in, and he said he played great. I think he can play the rest of the series well as long as his arm holds up, as long as his arm doesn't get tired and gives out, shoulder doesn't start hurting. I think we'll be fine with him. We also have strong guys that can come in if he is struggling with Clay, with Owen, you know.
Yep. How do you plan to contribute to the next game? You personally, what's your personal goal for Game 2?
My personal goal here for Game 2 is going to be get a hit. You know, my defense is pretty solid, you know, no errors, made some great plays on the defensive side of the ball, but I didn't get a single hit all game. Got some runs in there with walks and stuff, but I haven't made good contact with the ball, and I want to fix that next game.
Right. So you're a very, how do you say it? You're a great morale guy. Speak on your role to the team as being just an overall leader and just bringing the juice every day.
You know, that's the key. Bring the juice. You just, even when I'm not playing well, gotta hype up the other guys. Gotta keep the energy up, because at one point in the game we were down 6-0. I think it was.
Right.
We just had to keep the energy up. Once we started, you know, getting on base, getting people around, just got to get the hype going. It's important, because if we don't, then I don't think we're going to be able to get the win if our guys didn't stay confident. And there's not a guy like me who's out there just hyping everybody up and having a good time, you know.
Right. Well, that is just absolutely outstanding feedback, Mr. Kubaki. I really appreciate your time today, and good luck tomorrow. Hope to see you guys.
Hopefully to take home another dub.
Absolutely. Yep. All right. We'll see you. Some key points going into tomorrow's game. Both Bastardo brothers are currently listed as out, so you can't help but notice the difference that's going to make. Some offensive struggles early on. Team Facts needs to hop on the horse and produce early and often. It's not every day that you get to see 6 walks turn into 6 runs in one inning. Looking at pitchers on both sides, not a whole lot of depth between the two teams, so we're going to have to see how long the starters can hold out. And finally, Center's keys to winning Game 2. Team Fact just needs to produce more offense. Especially with Bastardo out, they're not going to get as lucky as they did last time. Team MJFG, they simply just need to take advantage of the opportunities that are given to them. Tomorrow's going to be a battle of defensive endurance. The defense that stays consistent throughout the whole game is going to be the team that comes out on top. And lastly, there are just too many errors on both sides. If either team cleans up their errors, it may turn into a one-sided game pretty quickly. That's all we got for you tonight, folks. I'm Center Fetch, and we will see you tomorrow at the 2020 Major League Wiffle Ball World Series Quarantine Classic.